The Pittsburgh Steelers just lost a huge part of their team heading into next season. So, by now, we should all know that Brian Flores has moved on from the Steelers. Recently, he was just hired by the Minnesota Vikings to be their defensive coordinator. With Pittsburgh, Brian Flores was the linebackers coach and basically head defensive assistant, and losing him for next season will have a huge impact on this team. So, even though this happened around 2 days ago, I just want to cover it and kind of talk with the impact that Brian Flores had on the Steelers this past season and where he will be missed. So, he took place as linebackers coach and head defensive assistant, but that wasn't really his biggest role on the team. The Steelers' defense the year before Brian Flores joined, they were terrible at run defense. Their linebackers were playing horrible. But with Brian Flores coming to the group, Tyson Alulu talked about his impact and that Brian Flores really had a major impact on the run defense improving this season. And also, looking at linebacker play, looking at Devin Bush, even though Devin Bush didn't really turn out to be a superstar like how his draft pedigree would have expected him to be, he really did take a huge step. And also, Robert Spillane took a huge step, becoming a 3-down linebacker, and obviously Miles Jack improving, and Mark Robinson even having an impact on the team. And that has a huge part in Brian Flores helping stop the run and making up schemes. But also, that's not the only thing he was good at. Even though he was a defensive coach for the Steelers, he's still a head coach and had a huge pedigree in coaching. And he even helped quarterback Kenny Pickett develop throughout the season. When Kenny Pickett was talking about where he developed in the 2-minute drill, he credited Brian Flores for helping him, saying that Brian Flores would talk to him about having to take a chunk play of the defense, but not rushing it and kind of taking his time in the 2-minute drill. And that's when Kenny Pickett started to have his stuff slow down for him, and that's when he improved in the 2-minute drill, and he led those game-winning drives. And he credited that towards Brian Flores. So even though Brian Flores was a defensive guy for the Steelers, he's still a head coach in this league, and he was helping on the offense. So losing out on Brian Flores to the Minnesota Vikings this season will have a huge effect on the Steelers team. Not to mention that Brian Flores leaving the Steelers, if he just stayed one more year, the Steelers would have got 3rd-round draft compensation for him leaving. But since he was only on the team for 1 season, they do not get anything in return, and basically he just leaves for free. So, Brian Flores has a huge resume, and him taking the job with the Steelers was only because he was dealing with stuff with the NFL, and he was going through that process, and no one really wanted to take a chance on him. But since the Steelers took a chance on him, now everyone feels openly about getting him, and obviously the Minnesota Vikings, he earned that job. He belongs in this league as a coach. He went from a head coach to a defensive assistant, back to a defensive coordinator. One day he'll be a head coach again, and his resume is just too nice to keep him away from coaching. So, I want you guys to let me know down in the comments below. Where do you think the biggest area the Steelers will miss Brian Flores on the defensive side of the ball? Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well. If you like Steelers content, analysis, and reports, like the video, turn on post notifications down below for this channel as well, so you get notified whenever I post the next Steelers video. Click the bell down below, and I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.